Hello everyone, I'm Biksel and today I will be showing you the LEGO Alpha Team any% run. With me on commentary is Bearhead, and without further ado, let's get the run going. So time will start when pressing the new save file here. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get hype. Let's put some Lego hypes in chat, guys. This is the hypest run. So, Lego Alpha Teams, super easy. What we're going to do is we're going to be getting our main character and hero, Dash Justice, to hit the button at the end of every level. Now, this is done in many different ways, but the first and most important way is just by letting him run throughout the level, which would be true in most cases. But as we can see here, there's a huge design overflow where you can move your character. So you just move him to the end and you whack that button, and that is the first level, mission 1 complete. Now we're moving on to On the Right Path. So one of the biggest, most important things in this run that we'll see is the different camera movements. So obviously not quite moving it around too much at the moment, but we will get there. Don't you worry. So we move straight from the right path to the hidden hop. So in this level, we have to jump over a couple of things in order to hit the, oh, no, wait, we just go straight to the end. We hit the end level trigger and we move straight from the hidden hop onto the Which Way warehouse. Now, this level is super important. You'll notice that we are doing things a little bit differently this time. So we're going to pick up and we're going to leave the, oh no, we didn't leave the booster pad. We went straight, moved the booster pad, and we finished the level just like that. Which Way warehouse completely gone. So this next level is called the triple jump. So we're going to be jumping on these booster pads 3 times. No, wait, we're just moving the finish right to the start and we're hitting it and boom, crushed. We destroyed it. Easy, absolutely smashed this out of the ballpark. So this next level is called High and Low, and this one we're going to be seeing the usage of the different camera presets. As you can see, he's moving them around nice and quick, moves it straight away, smashes straight into that final, and completely opens it. He's just destroyed it however he can. The next level we're going to move on to is called Sliding By. Now it's called Sliding By. Who knows why? Because we're going to slide straight past everything and go straight to the finish, whack that button, and open up the skull door. Nice and easy. So, released in 2000, this game is technically a wonderful, brilliant game that was really well made at the time, but nowadays we just smash that finish button and we move straight on through the rubble tube onto crunch time. So, in crunch time, we're going to meet someone very special. We're going to be meeting the demolitions expert, Crush. So, you'll notice here there are 2 finishes. What can we do? Oh, that's right, we can move both characters. Boom, straight, we hit it. Just like Crush, we're gonna boom and finish the level. And speaking of booms, we're moving on to the boom room. And get ready, you thought a lot of games were good? Well, this one has 1P2C, so we're moving both characters, boom, straight at the same time into the finish. Nice and easy. Alright, next level we'll get onto will be Crisscross. Now, Crisscross, there's going to be something that we haven't seen yet. Look at these guys. They look pretty shady. They're enemies that are going to punch us, but let's just move them off the screen and finish the level anyway. Does the circle go into square hole? Yes, it does. This game is just got a bit of everything. In fact, it even has something for all you country guys out there with the Yeehaw seesaws. So we're moving straight on to the Yeehaw seesaws, where we will move both finishes this time, straight to the end. So this is something we haven't seen yet. We're going to move, and now you see, we're going to run back and forth between them and hit them both with the same character. Absolutely insane. It's one of the craziest things you've ever seen. So, the main villain that we haven't quite met yet is called Ogle, and which is Lego backwards, right? Like, who would have thought of that? The big brain movements that they had all the way back in 2000s is insane. You're surprised you don't see Oogle or Ugel pop up in even more Lego games. And now, as we make our way through the Seesaw Double Cross, we move into the Demolition Derby. So, as you can tell, Crush is going to play a big role in this next track. As you can see, he's standing there on that car. So, you can tell just how important he's going to be by standing there on that car. He is waiting for absolute hero, Mr. Dash Justice, to come and move that car so that he's able to blow some stuff up and help out, really just make sure he gets that finish. And wait, what's this? Instead, we're just going to hit the buttons and finish the level without Crush? I can't believe it. What are we doing? Why can't we use Crush?
Can I come in with some donations?
Yes, you may.
We have 4 donations. $5 from Hamster that says, so close guys, let's meet that donation goal. $10 from Laser that says, let's go Biksel. $30 from Grill, and $26 from Chess Swiss saying, so close. Well, we're not so close anymore. We have passed our $1,500 donation goal for the marathon. So thank you, everybody.
Wonderful job, guys. Wonderful, wonderful job. All right. So, in saying that, we have an important job for you, chat. In a couple of levels, we're going to take a death. So, I need chat to be able to count all of the deaths that are happening. So, deaths include when they walk off the water, or walk off into the water after the level is finished. So, every time there is a death, Biksel is going to be paying $5 for every death that happens in the game. So make sure you're counting it, chat, for charity. Make sure we're counting it. All right, so I believe that was the Trouble Train Depot, which means, or depot. So now we're heading. No, wait, no. My bad. We're now on Tag Team Crossover, which is an amazing level. It's very cool. Lots of precise rotation, and just like that, super nice and quick. He's hitting it like it's nothing. The man just will not stop being amazing right here. So now we're moving into a bunch of punches. So you can tell that's a bit of a tongue twister that I had to practice a fair bit. But we're gonna whack that train and send it off on its way. No, wait, we already did punch a bunch of punches. We're now entering the Goo Caverns. So, in the Goo Caverns, we're going to meet someone very special, more special than Crush. We are going to meet Radia. Now, Radia is our lasers expert, and she is able to hit. You can tell who she is because she's wearing either pink or purple, and she's going to hit the laser. And in this level, when the lasers get hit, that's when it finishes it. So you see there, they both hit the lasers, and then they both ran and jumped into the gooey water, which means that's 2 deaths. Can we get those 2 deaths counted, please, chat? Now we move our way into the Seesaw Laser Maze. So Seesaw Laser Maze. So how this works? This works very simply, very easily. Basically, there is a huge oversight in the game where while you're moving objects around, you're able to press shift and pick up characters at the same time as other objects. So you can't move just the characters or just the end. But if you move, and that's why we often see Biksel moving these booster pads, he'll move them right next to the character, and that will get it to finish. However, this level is the most hype level. We're using hints in this interaction menu, and then we're completing the level normally. How can you think of, like, this man's mad? How can we even think about completing the level normally? Like, what a madman, what an absolute legend. A normal completion of the level just happened. As we now move our way into Mirror Mirror. And mirror, mirror on the wall, let's see who is the greatest of them all. Just like that, we finish up the level. No deaths there. We were very close, but no quite. And now we move into too many mirrors, which is definitely often the case in this game. There is a lot of mirrors and a lot of things that really just are too complex. So why don't we just move them all straight to the finish and remove the need for mirrors? Who needs mirrors when everything's all in the same spot? That is the real question that we have right now. So as we'll see here, we're moving them nicely, rotating the lasers so that they're going to be heading straight into that finish. And now Biksel will move the character, and boom, just like that, another level completely blown away. You know the drill, I know the drill. This next level is you know the drill. So let's see what we can do here. Take a guess. I assure you we're going to be doing something different, something you've never seen before. We're picking up the characters with the buttons that finish it. Absolutely brilliant Giga Chad move by Biksel as he opens up the door. And I believe we saw a death there. So how many deaths have we got now, chat? I believe that is now 3 total deaths. So that is $15 for charity by Biksel. And we move on to barrel hop, where we're going to be jumping over these barrels by moving the finishers closer to us. And then we will set our characters in the right spot. And I don't know. I don't know if we saw another death. I don't know if Crush fell in or not. But we move on to the next level. I'm a bit confused as to whether Crush died, but I think we count it as this is the level Confused. So as you'll see here, again, we're just not worrying with these enemies. We're picking up the finishes and everything that they're in, and we're moving them so that we can just run back and forth between the two switches and just open up that mouth. We're moving now to the Trouble Tube Twist. Now, try to say that 10 times really quick, because I know I sure can't. Trouble Tube Twist is hard enough to say just by itself, let alone 10 times really fast. So you'll see here, we're going to do a pretty normal thing of moving the enemies out of the way and moving the finishers to one area where we can go back and forth with our absolute legend of a hero, Dash Justice, so that we can open up the skull door and move from the one level to the next level. Now, the next level is actually a tutorial, so we're going to skip it because we don't like it. But like, look how quick that skip was. What a skip. Just completely demolished it. So what that tutorial was teaching us is that we're able to use wires to connect these blocks that we see here to different blocks. And when they get hit, it'll activate, which turns them on. And I think we saw another death there. I think we're gonna go up to... That's definitely a death. What is that flopping in the water? So now we move on to we move on to Pump Room Jump. So, of course, you know we're going to do a massive jump in this level. Like, this level is going to be a huge jump in difficulty as we're running back and forth. We hit them both, and we celebrate as we finish this level. So that character there that was dancing, the little legs with the antennas, his name is TV, spelled Tevee. So TV, of course, a good friend of everyone's. Here, you see again, we just move the character to the finish, hook up those wires, run back and forth, and we get another nice, quick, easy level. So the next one, have seesaw, will travel. No, double trouble. That was have seesaw, will travel. This is double trouble. Now, double trouble, another great level where we just pick up the thing that will help us finish, hit that end block, and managing to keep Radiator alive there as we finish the level and head on to Turbo Relay. Now, Turbo Relay is one of the most complex levels in terms of things that we have to do. So you'll notice here, we need to be very precise as we're moving everything around because there's not much room here for us to work with. So we're going to be moving a couple of these mirrors. It's almost like we're actually solving the puzzle. Believe it or not, that's what we do. We solve puzzles, and it looks like once we've connected these up, we're using both lasers and wires, plus that booster to get in there, and absolutely we just demolished that level. That was very well done by Biksel. It's a very hard and complex level, yet he's still able to answer questions in chat while doing it. What a doozy. So, as you can see, this level is called Second Step's a Doozy. So we make sure that we only do one step, otherwise it would have been really hard. Like if we had to do 2 steps there, it would have been really, really hard. So we make sure to all do it in one step so that it's much easier and much more simple. We now move onto the Trouble Sub Rescue. This one again has some very precise movement as we're aiming to get our hero Dash Justice onto this submarine. Now, in this game, there is fall damage, and you can't go too high, otherwise you will die. So we're very precise with how we have him, and there was no death there, but there was a very quick reset as he slightly mispositioned. We won't count that against him, but great job, quick recovery, not too much time lost there as he manages to not die on the fall and heads straight through. So now we are on another tutorial, I believe, but we're again skipping it. Was that charge? It might have been charge. We'll never know. So we're now on the Trouble Sub Docking Bay. So this is the first level inside of the Deep Sea Orb Factory, and it gives us that small introduction to belts. So belts get attached to the wheels that we see on those, and when the belt is moving, we see it completely unlock and create the good area. This game all happens so fast, it's insane. So right now, this one's very nice. We actually, in this level, meet our wonderful team's motors expert, Cam Attaway. Now, Cam Attaway, absolute legend. We all know and love Cam. Like, what would we do without Cam, am I right? So, as you see here, we are simply moving some objects around. We got a very hard one to click there. That's a bit of a struggle, but there we go. Biksel gets it, and now he's going to move Cam Attaway straight into that little area, and we're going to be moving both of those belts and opening up the door to finish it. Cam is the goat, like it. Cam is the goat, but in the official Wikipedia, it does say that Radia is extremely beautiful, so who's to say who's the real goat? So this level is actually soft lockable. I don't know how, I don't know why, but you can soft lock this level. So let's hope that Biksel manages to keep us from getting a soft lock here as he runs around and places things. It looks like he's avoided the soft lock, and he is going to connect these belts and connect these belts, and then just run straight back and forth with Cam Attaway to complete the level, opening up the door and moving on now from the double duty charge to ejector sector. So, ejector sector has some intended conveyor belt usage. So, we love to see it as we literally just move it back a little bit. Now we move forward, picking up our original hero, Dash Justice. We place him in front of one. And then we move the different he reset
Close one
before
there.
he could die. Very close. One good one to stop. So we move it before he can die, and we make it now to, we also call it ES. Yeah, ES is maybe easier to say than ejector sector. Now we move on to rescue flex. So we're not able to actually place Dash directly onto the bridge in this level, so we have to drop him onto this bridge and hope we do it at the right time where he doesn't get bashed by the robot, but we open the door before he gets bashed. However, he does get beat to death, so I think that brings us up to, I don't remember the number, chat will have to help me out here, but now we are on to the third tutorial, which introduces ropes and seesaws. Yes, that is a death, so six deaths now. So ropes and seesaws. The idea of the ropes and seesaws is when the seesaw moves up, it pulls on the rope, which activates whatever object it's connected to. In this case, connected straight to the finish. So as you see, he's going to activate 1 and activate 2 by knocking up the seesaw with the ropes, and he will move straight through Tug Team and drop into danger. So here we meet Flex, the team's rope expert. So he's pretty good at a lot of things, being a rope expert, you know. However, he's a little stuck, which is a bit weird for a ropes expert to get stuck, but each to their own. I mean, I'm not going to judge, but that means we do have to set him free. So what we're going to do is we're going to laser the rope that is holding him up in the air. And then we will put these seesaws down in front of him, connect the seesaws to the finishers, and as we're saving him, he doesn't look like he's having a great time. So now it looks like, oh no, here he gets caught. This is not an intentional death, so we'll have to redo that level. It does save that progress. We will just pick up this robot and move him away, but that is another death. Because that is quite a hard level. It happens, like, it's very random chance for that to happen, so unlucky there from Biksel. But now we move into the computer hop. So we're going to be jumping straight over all of these computers because, you know, who needs to go on computers when you can go outside and play games in the outside? Just kidding. We're just going to the end, and then we're going to connect some ropes, and then we are going to finish the level. So, moving straight off of computer hop onto Dash's decoy. So, this is one where there wasn't a great setup. So this one was a very hard level, but Biksel has recently made a new setup which has made this a lot easier. And as you can see, what he does is he solves it at the start and then takes that to the end, which makes it a lot easier, gives him more space to work with. And as you can see, he's moving the camera around in order to better see where he needs to go. It looks like maybe it's going through TV, so he's having to move TV here in order to stop TV from blocking this rope from where it needs to go. Again, you can see the camera just completely fighting against him, but Biksel's stronger than the camera. As you can see, he makes it through, and now he's going to connect the ropes, and look at this. Dash Justice, once again, going straight through and completely demolishing the level all by himself. Alright, so now we move onto the Doom Room. Now, this one is one of my favorite levels because it has something in it that we'll see. So we move the end, and then everyone get ready. We got a copy pasta. We got a copy pasta for you, which is Ugel's speech. So make sure you remember the speech. And so that is Oogle. So, learning that he has a super duper secret Arctic command base, we're gonna head there because he may or may not have let it slip that it existed. So, it is time to get to Oogle's Arctic base. And now, the weird thing here is there is a sequel to this game that came out in 2004. It is a Flash game as well, but it's called Alpha Team Arctic Mission. So you'd think that they would just like stop it after the last level and then wait until Arctic Mission to do anything else. But nope, we've just got this extra part on the end as well. And so as you can see, we are breezing through these levels. We finished Arctic Dash in the blink of an eye. Crunch Punch is now done, and now we're going to rely on Radia, who is super beautiful, extremely beautiful even, my bad, got it wrong. But we're going to hit some lasers, of course, and we are going to very quickly end this level. So unfortunately, as you can see, Dash Justice is stuck, which is why we can't just use him. And instead, our good old Radia will hit the button for us and end the level as we move to Charge in Charge. So, Charge in Charge, of course, we're going to be using mainly Charge, our wonderful hero, because, you know, right now he is in charge, so we better listen to him, better do as he says. But actually, no, that sounds too hard. Let's just, we don't trust Charge, so let's just let Dash Justice jump off the ledge right at the end there as he opens up the door. But Charge is still alive, at least. Maybe. Now we move on to Cam's challenge. So obviously Cam, being someone who is all about using the motors and stuff, will again be doing the same here. This is mainly going back through, making sure we know all the stuff that we know, because here we're going to now quickly set up all of these different pulleys so that we can just use them and run back and forth between the two, because that is the easiest way to do things, where we set it up like this and we can just run back and forth. It stops people from dying, it stops people from being too slow, and we can just pick it up, and look how easy that is. Wonderful job there by Biksel as we open the door from Cam's challenge, and now it's featuring Flex. So featuring Flex, of course, is a very easy level, as all of them are. Instead of doing things normally, we're just going to head over here. We're going to use a lot of the mechanics in ways that they didn't quite intend, where we will now hook it up. We'll go straight up the hill, and whoop, we jumped off again. So unfortunately, yeah, there is a brilliant reach on those pulley motors, but another death as we now head into the final level mission control. So this level, really hard, but let's see what we're able to do. So we're going to
Time
move
is
the
coming up.
character
Now, time.
right into the finish and end the level because that's what this game is all about. GG's, Biksel.
Yeah, that's a 9-second new world record actually. I PB'd 2 hours ago with a 29.50 and now I got a 29.41 on my split, so
Absolutely insane world record. You saw it here first.
yeah, but that's it for me for this LEGOthon. Huge thanks to Bearhead for the amazing commentary. And yeah, I'll be checking in on the death counter and keeping my promise on the donation. But yeah, we still got 1 run to go with just playing LSW3, so yeah, everyone stick around for that. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching.